Hello everyone, I'm Cecil Jones and today we're going to be looking at tones and accidentals. But before then, let's look at what we've done previously. We've done the stave, clefs, ledger lines, note durations, bars and time signatures, rest durations, dots and ties. Okay, these are all related to each other, so please do refer to them as and when you need to. Firstly, a semitone, or we can call this a half step. This is a distance from one key on the keyboard to the next adjacent key. Okay, so if you see the keyboard there, we can see the white keys and black keys. These are moving in half steps. Figure 1 moving to figure 2, half steps, and figure 2 to 3, they're all moving in half steps, semitones. This can be related to when we're running a chromatic scale, we go up in steps, and that is half steps, semitones. Okay, and we do the same, of course, when coming down the scale. Key 1 to key 2 is a semitone since they are next to each other. So you can see figure 1 moving to figure 2, the white key moving to the black key, half steps, semitones. Okay, a semitone is not always from a white key to a black key. Sometimes it could be from a white key to a white key if we want to play a flat or a sharp. In the case of E going to F, there is no black key in the middle, so we do that T, D, okay, that can be used for either a sharp or flat. So if we're going up, we use that as a E sharp, or coming down, we use it as a F flat. Okay, a whole tone, or we can call this a whole step, or simply call it a tone. This is the same distance as 2 half steps. So instead of going half, you go whole tone. Okay, and key 1 to key 3 is a whole tone. So if you see the picture there, figure 1, that's moving a whole tone there. We're not going semitones, we go a whole tone. Key 1 to key 2 is the first semitone. Key 2 to key 3 is the second semitone. So that means from C to the black key is a semitone. From the black key to the next white key is another semitone. Okay. Now accidentals. These are signs used to raise or to lower the pitch of a note. Okay. And the first accidentals we'll look at would be the flats and the sharps. Okay, the flats lowers the note by a semitone, while the sharp raises the note by a semitone. Okay, so when typing these on your keyboard, of course, use the number sign for sharp, or you can use the lowercase b for the flat. Okay, now let's examine the black key in between C and D. Okay, so there's a black key, of course, between C and D, and that black key there has got a name. This key could be called C sharp since it is a semitone above C. Okay, so C going up a semitone would be C sharp because it's going a half step up. Yeah. It could also be called D flat since it is a semitone below D. So at the same time, coming down would be D flat. So D, if you're a singer, that's what you would do. Okay, another example would be E and F. Okay, so E and F, E could also be called F flat since it is a semitone below F. Okay, F flat because there's no black key, of course, between them. Likewise, F could be called E sharp. Okay, so you can use them for either purpose. The going down or going up could be sharp going up, flat coming down. Whenever a certain pitch has multiple names, it is called an enharmonic spelling. Okay, enharmonic spelling, I'm sure we'll talk about that shortly, but let's look at the next double flats and double sharps. What are they? Right, so while flats and sharps alters a note by a semitone, the double flat and the double sharp alters a note by a whole tone. Okay, so this alters it by a whole tone. Right, Typing this on your keyboard, of course, you would use the X to represent the double sharp, and the double flat would be represented by the double flat. So the double B lowercase on your typewriter keyboard. Okay. For example, both D and E double flat have the same pitch, since you can reach D by going a whole tone or 2 semitones down from E. D also sounds the same as C double sharp, since it is a whole tone above C. So finally, a natural cancels out any accidentals and returns to a note of its original white key. Fine, so natural cancels that. So in the beginning of a music, you would see a sign which is called the key signature. For example, C major. Yeah, if you're playing C major, it's without any sharps or flats. But if you're playing along and you happen to meet a sharp or a flat, that's an accidental there. So you keep on playing with that sharps or flat until you come across the natural sign again, which tells you, okay, return home, go back to the initial pitch. All right. Well, I hope you've learned a lot from this. You've gained something out of it. I want to thank you for your time, and I wish you well with your musical journey, and in whatever you do, all the very best. Thank you.
There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus to break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. Woo! To break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. There is power. Come on.